I am in the zone. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to Tuesdays This Morning.
We have got a packed show for you today in just a moment with the controversial Huw Edwards drama set to air this evening. Will you be watching? Do you find it distasteful? Janet Street Porter is joining us along with Nick Ferrari to discuss that and the rest of today's headlines. Lovely to have you with us, Janet.
Morning, Janet. Also on today's show, we're going potty for polka dots with everyone from Friends legend Lisa Kudrow and the Princess of Wales pictured in the trend. Well, who's here? The one and only Jo Good. She's here to tell us more. What's happening, Jo?
Morning, guys. It's dots in front of your eyes. We're doing polka dots, which is a classic, but we're going to show you them in accessories, shoes, scarves, and even a 100% linen dress for under £60.
She's got the bargain.
She's got it.
She's got the bargain. She's got the style.
Not all she's got.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jo. Also, speaking of style icons and pop queens, in fact, not just pop queen of the north, of the world, is joining us in the studio.
Wow, that...
Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist you?
I was going to that.
I did know that it was Jane McDonald, one of Janet's close friends, of course.
Brilliant!
Jane is joining us to talk about taking on country music in Nashville, the new album, and generally having a wonderful time.
World domination,
Yes.
essentially. And almost 25 years after his landmark self-help book, Paul McKenna is back with an updated version, which tells us how to deal with all of life's challenges since then, like smartphones and social media. Morning.
Lovely to have you.
Morning.
Nice to see you.
Also on this Tuesday, whatever your burning question about cash or money, Martin Lewis has all the answers. He's joining us for a phone-in at 10:20.
Could sleeping for an extra 11 minutes be the secret to good health? Dr. Zoe's here with more on that at 10 to 11.
And it's set to be your new box set to binge. We're meeting the stars of Hollywood's hottest new drama, Imperfect Women, Kerry Washington, Elizabeth Moss and Kate Mara, joining us at 11:45.
But now we're all on our best behaviour this morning. Almost. Almost. As Janet Street Porter is here to discuss today's top stories alongside Nick Ferrari. Good morning to you both. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. OK, we're starting off with the Huw Edwards drama that is going to be on TV tonight. It's a new drama. It's airing on Channel 5 and it's about the downfall of former newsreader Huw Edwards. Janet, too soon or just right?
Well, I think it's just right. I think, obviously, Huw Edwards has come out and said how shocked and disappointed he is. The makers of the drama have said they asked him for his comments. They interviewed extensively all the people involved. Now, obviously, Huw Edwards has a chance to write his autobiography and to put his views out in public, but he has chosen not to. But you know, Martin Clunes, who's going to play Huw Edwards, is a brilliant, brilliant actor. And I think he will make this
Which of these is a fortress in Russia's second largest city? Peter and Paul Fortress, Jack and Jill Fortress, Bill and Ben Fortress. Crossfire and Cross Country are books by which American author? David Baldacci, Michael Connelly, James Patterson. The American Matt, Aristotle, Burns is a two-time world champion in what activity? Toe wrestling, rock, paper, scissors, air guitar. Rotating drums on lorries are used to mix what building material? Cromer in Norfolk is noted for the catching and selling of what sea creatures? Which of these is a type of loudspeaker? Barker, woofer, growler. A lighter is a type of which of the following? Bus, train, boat. What game involves flicking discs of plastic into a cup? Tiddlywinks, swing ball, dominoes. Which of these is a child's wicker cradle? Creche, bassinet, croquette. Ontario and Saskatchewan are regions in which country? In which of these films did Brad Pitt not feature? 7, Ocean's 11, 9 Months. Which continent is home to giraffes and zebras in the wild? South America, Asia. Which of these was the first chart hit for Cliff Richard? Move It, Beat It, Pump It. Which of these might you use to change a tire on the car? Which of these is an Austrian football club? Which of these means the opposite to permanent? Which of these is one of the 4 cardinal virtues? What is another name for a gnu? Springbok, Impala. Which of these Disney characters does not wear shorts? Mickey Mouse. What kind of vehicles can shed their load or jackknife? Lorries. Which of these major cities is closest to New York City? Which of these is a Winter Olympic sport? What was the name of the Roman god who protected boundaries? Station, terminal. The word, inclement, is normally used to describe what? The time, the weather, the sea. Which of these bands was founded the earliest? Who founded the Amstrad Electronics Company? Richard The She-Fresh apple variety is sold under what? Which UK island hosts the TT? What film role is Peter Ostram's only acting credit? In 1981, what pop group was co-founded by George Michael? Aphonia is a total loss of what? Aphonia is a total loss of what? The middle watch at sea ends at what time? The middle watch at sea ends at what time? 8 AM, 12 noon, 4 AM. The father of actress Liv Tyler sings in what band? Which landmark overlooks Cape Town? Which Spanish singer's name literally means July churches? Which Spanish singer's name literally means July churches? In 1999, what did Pantone crown Color of the Millennium? What does a camel store in its hump? What completes the IRN brew slogan, made in, from girders? What musical instrument is nicknamed a slush pump? What is the name of the mother of Prince Jacques of Monaco? What does the French word, coiffeur, mean in English? What does the French word coiffeur? The River Nile is approximately how many miles long? The River Nile is approximately... Tequila is often drunk with a fruit that has what taste? Robin Williams sang, "Friend Like Me," in which Disney film? Former footballer Matt Le Tissier was born where? Who had a #1 single in 2014 with "It's My Birthday"? Who had a #1 single in 2014 with "It's My Birthday"? Courseware is computer software used in what activity? What does the S in UNESCO stand for? What does the S in UNESCO Say flashing knobs was a catchphrase from what TV comedy? What does the K stand for in the abbreviation AKA? Wayne Chambers has represented Britain in what sport? What type of composition is Stravinsky's work, Petrushka? When talking about the weather, a nimbus is a type of what? The crown coin was introduced by which monarch? The crown coin was introduced by which monarch? Victoria, Charles I, Henry VIII. Thora is a slang word for what class of university degree? What is the nickname of Exeter City Football Club? Mustard seed is a fairy in what play by William Shakespeare? What was the first name of Coolidge, sworn in as US President in 1923? A porbeagle is a type of which fish? During its first 10 years, how many people saw the stage musical, Mamma Mia? Who was asking for a little respect in 1967? The Khyber Pass connects Pakistan to which other country? What is the name for a shepherd's stick? Alison Hammond, from This Morning, was first seen on which reality show? Which planet is furthest away from the Sun? What sort of beverage is Earl Grey? What does the musical term, allegro, mean? What is the third most populated Asian country after China and India? Who played the title role in the 1963 movie, Cleopatra? In the Bible, which king of Israel had a best friend called Jonathan? What colour shirts do the Irish rugby side wear? Which natural phenomenon can be of type Tandil, sheet and ribbon? Which is the first month of the year to have 31 days? What does iso mean in terms such as isobar and isosceles? In the song, Mac the Knife, what is Mac's actual name? In football, what does the R stand for in VAR? Who became King of Great Britain after Queen Victoria's death in 1901? In the TV series, how many Charlie's Angels were there at any one time? What is an adult male seal called? Adventure Gallery was a ship sailed by which infamous pirate? Which trio was made up of Gib, Gib and Gib? In one of Aesop's fables, what sort of bird laid a golden egg? Which member of the royal family was born in 1926? In which decade were the Summer Olympics held in Finland? Which animated character is always being hunted by Elmer Fudd? In education, what does the letter stand for in level?
If your tile matching game is too easy and boring and full of annoying ads, delete it and try Vita Mahjong. 100% free, no annoying ads, no Wi-Fi needed.
How many picture cards are there in a standard pack of cards? Which avenue did Duffy sing about in 2008? What in the body is a gluteus? Which car manufacturer makes the Cactus model? Which model has been nicknamed the Body? In 1977, Queen Elizabeth II celebrated how many years on the throne? Who is the Hogwarts headmaster in the Harry Potter books? What does a petrologist study? The American Express credit card is usually shortened to what? Which Irish group had a number 1 with Desire? What did the Luddites protest against in the 19th century? What colour are the flowers on the St. John's wort? Carpool Karaoke, featured which, Gavin and Stacey, regular? Eliza Doolittle is the main female character in which musical? Hello Dolly, Oklahoma, My Fair Lady. In 1930, Haile Selassie was crowned emperor of which country? Estonia, Egypt, Ethiopia. Which TV celebrity wrote the novel, The Liar? Stephen Fry, Jonathan Ross, Graham Norton. Which Olympic sport has a fin clasp? Which geometric shape is central to Pythagoras' theorem? Circle, triangle, octagon. Thor is the god of thunder in which mythology? Quotations from which leader were published in the Little Red Book? Which country is the setting for Khaled Hosseini's book, The Kite Runner? Which natural astronomical phenomena, twinkle? Stars, asteroids, moons. In which Roald Dahl book does the title character have the surname Wormwood? The ancient Greek Homer was famous as what? What is Leonardo DiCaprio's character attacked by in The Revenant? The famous temple of Angkor Wat is in which country? Chile, Cambodia, Cameroon. What is the UK name for the game that Americans call tic-tac-toe? How much of the moon is visible during the new moon phase? Which island did the US Army invade in 1994? On which night is midnight mass usually celebrated? Good Friday, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. What kind of animal was Gentle Ben in a kids' TV show of the same name? Bear, dog, horse. Which number comes next in the sequence 1, 8, 27, 64, 100, 125, 150? A clouty dumpling is a traditional sweet dish from where? A somnambulist engages in which nighttime activity? Which kind of tennis shot might turn out to be an ace? John Wayne won his only Oscar for his performance in which film?
Leslie will speak your questions. Ashley will speak your questions. What is the term for a line that bisects a circle? Diagram, diameter, diagnosis. Which two colors make up the Greek flag? Blue and white, green and white, red and white. Which religion incorporates the opposing forces of the yin and the yang? In Jane Eyre, who is the him in the famous line, "Reader, I married him"? In a theatre, what is the apron? Who made the Walkman, the personal stereo launch in 1979? Which constellation is depicted on the flag of Australia? Who was the first US president of the 21st century? What's the name of TV celebrity Sharon Osbourne's husband? Held over from 2020, in which month of 2021 did the Tokyo Olympics start? The epicardium is the outermost layer of the wall of what human organ? Heart, lung, liver. What technology company makes the AirPods Pro headphones? Which of these TV comedies was set in the UK? Which of these songs was a UK hit first? Which of these Which of these ancient? Which of these substances? Which of these was a UK top 10 hit fascia? Which of these is not a seasonal? What is the collective noun for a group of ants? In which of these sports is play allowed behind the goals? Handball, ice hockey. Which urban Welsh novel is a prequel to Trainspotting? Which of these is a unit of light measurement? Aerial, lux, pers? Which of these is a Martin Scorsese film? Which of these was... Chuck and tenderloin cuts of whipped meat, beef, chicken, lamb. Which of these creatures is a goat rather than a deer? Mary Sunshine is a character from which of these musicals? Chicago, Miss Saigon, Singin' in the Rain.